For the Tuesday, December 17 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers photos show Remy getting to know the town's biggest evildoer, Carter and Hope settling into their newfound power, and Electra and Will discussing the latest goings-on. Scenes from Los Angeles. It seems Remy is working in the exact right restaurant for an up-and-coming baddie. Not only is Deacon a redeemed scheme king, but Sheila can strike fear in the hearts of anyone who knows her with just one look. While Remy is being sneaky on the down low right now, if he and Sheila get closer, it's only a matter of time before they discover each other's dark sides. As for the object of Remy's obsession, she's in the staging room with Will once again. Unfortunately, things don't seem as calm as they were last week. Electra is having a bit of a meltdown, and Will is doing his very best to calm her down. Is there anything he can say to help alleviate her anxiety? Meanwhile, upstairs, Carter and Hope settle into the big office with their stolen roles. Carter is ready to make his mark on the Forrester Creations legacy, but it's not going to be easy. With the family against them, can they keep the design house above water? Their hunger for power could cost the company dearly. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. On the Tuesday, December 17 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers tease that Steffi, Ridge, Eric, and Zend band together to return Forrester Creations to its rightful owners. However, changes are already in store at the company. Brooke and Katie announce a surprising change. You have to stay tuned to catch all the corporate drama. Previously on B&B, Carter and Hope assumed their new positions as rulers of Forrester Creations. After a quick discussion with Will and Electra, Carter and Hope got down to the business of lovemaking. The Forresters retreated home to lick their wounds. Everything blew up for Ridge and Brooke behind closed doors, and Ridge went to Steffi's for consolation. Taylor was right there to provide family support. Now Ridge and Steffi will gather with Eric and Zend to figure out how to regain their company. Justin didn't do much to help them, so the Forresters may be alone in their fight. Zend shows his loyalty to the Forresters after years of saying he didn't feel like a legitimate member of the family. What will they come up with to restore order to their namesake design house? The Logans are already making changes. Brooke and Katie announce their first decision. Is Ivy Forrester's jewelry line nixed? Do Remy's deepfake photos of Electra surface and usher her out the door? It's certainly not a good time to be a Forrester at SC. Coming up, Eric, Ridge, Steffi, and Zend join forces, crafting a plan that could change everything. Katie and Brooke announce a change at Forrester now that Carter and Hope are in charge. Remy goes off into the deep end on The Bold and the Beautiful's Monday, December 16 episode. His master plan to destroy Electra's future is in full effect. He doesn't care if he blows up her new career and relationship with Will. So you're telling me there's a chance? B&B viewers are seeing Remy for who he really is. During Monday's episode, he continues to toy with the dark side. Remy is upset that Electra doesn't want a future with him. He assumed they would take the fashion industry by storm in New York City. But now Electra is making those dreams happen with Will. She told Remy that they could still do that in Los Angeles, but it's not the same. Remy wants to be more than friends, and Electra just takes Remy's interest as sweetness. She has no idea that he has a dark side. Remy revealed he was responsible for generating nudes of her. He takes it one step further by sending the incriminating photo to Katie's phone. Remy's evil plan unfolds. Remy is out for revenge. He wants to blow up Electra's career. Viewers noticed that he's already done this before. Remy's AI nude leak was the reason why Electra came to lay with her aunt. She wanted a fresh start. Little does she know that her dark past is still following her. How will Electra recover from this? Could she lose a future with Forrester Creations? Katie could possibly consider cutting ties with Electra Jewelry. As a PR agent, she'll want to avoid any other controversies. It's bad enough that FC is going through a coup and more shakeups than you can shake a stick at. This also raises questions about Electra's blossoming romance with Will. He might wonder why her nude photos are circulating online in the first place. Hopefully, they can get past this. Will could discover the truth about Remy since he already had bad feelings about him. Electra will need someone on her side, and Will could be that person. Having locked the door of the main office at Forrester Creations, Carter and Hope celebrate their victory by turning up the heat. Soon, they're making love on the couch, as have so many couples before them. Meanwhile, a clearly shaken Brooke catches Katie up on what went down with Ridge. "He accused me of taking sides," she sighs, adding that they both love their children, but there are limits. Katie is blown away to hear that Ridge called Hope a slut, let alone that he demanded Brooke kick her daughter off the property. Katie finds it difficult to believe that the property isn't big enough for both of them, but Brooke elaborates that when she refused to boot Hope from the cabin, he took off for parts unknown. "This property is enormous," points out Katie. "There's got to be at least an acre between the house and the cabin, between Hope and Ridge. That's not enough space for him?" Katie can see why Ridge would be upset with Hope and Carter, but doesn't like that Brooks become collateral damage in this battle for control of the company. Katie's equally distressed to hear Ridge walked out in the middle of his fight with Brooke. He's going to come back, Katie predicts. He's going to come to his senses and apologize for what he did. For her part, Brooke's not so sure. Exhausted by everything that's happened, Brooke excuses herself to go to bed. At the beach house, Taylor and Steffi rally around Ridge, who admits he shouldn't have said some of the things he said. "The words just kept coming out of my mouth," he recalls. "I could have handled myself better. I don't like losing control like that." Needless to say, Steffi didn't have a problem with what her dad had said to Hope. "I'm glad you didn't hold back," she admits. "Hope had it coming. She put us in this situation. What she did was far worse than the words that came out of your mouth. She orchestrated the whole thing. Never forget that." Brooke defending Hope? "I mean, you got out in the nick of time." Steffi and Taylor agree that Ridge is exactly where he needs to be. Having digitized the photo of Electra, Remy uploads it into an email and fires it off to Katie. As she's preparing to leave Brooke's place, having promised to lock up, Katie's phone buzzes. She checks her email and is positively shocked to see the altered photo of Electra. "Oh my God," she gasps. Having told Will some of her backstory, Electra admits she's worried about her future at Forrester. Breaking out his killer smile, Will suggests she not worry about anything, be it her job or Remy's arrival in Los Angeles. "Focus on all the good in your life, right here, right now. Nothing and nobody is going to take that away from you." Clearly unaware of the metaphorical shoe about to drop, Electra smiles and kisses her beau. As the episode concludes, Carter and Hope canoodle on the couch, having just had what he calls the perfect end to a stressful day. He adds that Ridge and Steffi would freak out right now if they saw us. Hope doesn't care. "This is your couch now," she says, "and your office." She is, however, worried about her mom and how this whole mess will impact Brooke's relationship. At that very moment, Ridge is being cheered on by Steffi and Taylor. Not about to acknowledge that Hope and Carter might have had a valid point or two. Steffi says what they did was sick, a pathetic attempt to stab you in the back and seize power. Taylor adds that Brooke should be ashamed and horrified on your behalf, instead of supporting Hope's coup. Ridge feels blindsided, especially since Brooke was the one who told him what Carter and Hope were up to. Ultimately, Taylor says she's glad Ridge came to them. "This house is a safe place for you," she says, moving closer. "This house is a safe place for you, where no one will let you down." She adds that a life with Brooke always seems to result in Ridge being in pain. It doesn't have to be like that. Steffi and I are here for you. We support you. We love you. We'll always love you." Thanking her, Ridge pulls Taylor into his arms as Steffi stands back, watching her parents hug. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Remy Price could be much more dangerous than he seems. Even though so far he's an obsessed stalker deep-faking Electra Forrester in porn shots, he could snap and Bill Spencer may have to save his son's life. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, jealous and possessive. Obsessive stalkers are known to be jealous and possessive, and many times they'll strike out at a perceived rival for their love object's affections. The stalker may call what they feel for their coveted prize love, but really, it's not. It's all about control and conquest. So far, Electra can't see what Remy's all about and has no idea what he really thinks of her, but Will Spencer can see right through him. Will may not see the whole picture yet, but he knows what Remy feels for Electra, and how he acts around her isn't healthy, and he'll go into protective mode. Will might warn Remy to watch his step where Electra's concerned, and if he doesn't, he'll answer to him, and that's what will set Remy off. B and B spoilers. If I can't have her, then nobody can. The hallmark of an obsessive stalker is their possessiveness and jealousy, and the mindset, if I can't have her, then nobody can, and that's what makes them so dangerous. And this mindset isn't confined to men either, women can have it as well. Will can tell there's something very, very off about Remy. He will keep a close eye on how Remy acts around Electra, and especially how he looks at her. If Remy's not so sneaky, he stays hidden when he's stalking. It won't matter if the object of the stalker's attention returns his feelings or not in their mind. Any bit of kindness proves their love for them. Stalkers have killed people to prove their love and impress their love objects, and they have killed said love objects as well. Think John Hinckley, Jr. and Robert John Bardo. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Predictably, Remy snaps and Bill takes fatal action. Predictably, Remy's fatal attraction turns into fatal action by Bill when he catches him trying to eliminate his competition for Electra. Remy may target both Will and Electra. Bill could be meeting the couple for lunch at Il Giardino when he spots Remy's gun, or it could have escalated to an even more dangerous situation. Bill learned a lesson in how to spot a hidden psycho through his horrible experience with Luna Nozoa. Chances are, Remy may stalk the couple and follow them, possibly to Bill's house, rather than a public place. But Remy won't count on Dollar Bill Spencer turning into Papa Bear with a gun, and he won't live to tell it. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B and B right now. Come back here to often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. It's time for Brooke to move on Ridge for once and for all. His real self came out on the bold and the beautiful. Ridge showed Brooke that he didn't respect her daughter when he spouted even more colorful language during their latest fight. Brooke needs a new love interest to bring back her cunning and ruthless side. This relationship would be the perfect way to stick it to Ridge. Tridge in full effect. It didn't take long for Ridge to return to Taylor. Their relationship is said to heat up during the week of December 16 to December 20, 2024. Broken heart? What broken heart? It will already get healed. Taylor previously proclaimed that she was the type of woman who didn't need a man. But it doesn't take long for her knees to go weak when Ridge looks at her. It seems like Ridge has already made his choice. His actions up to this moment reveal that he wanted Taylor all along. Brooke's next move. Brooke should ditch Ridge, the waffler, for a new man. She should pair up with Justin, who could be secretly working alongside Carter. It would drive Ridge crazy to see that Brooke is with Justin, especially after all the things he's done to him. B and B fans have never seen Justin with Brooke as a potential couple. It would bring a fresh dynamic to the show. Fans would love to see Brooke finally ditch Ridge for once and for all. If anyone's love life desperately needs a shakeup, it's hers. It could also solidify this Forrester takedown. Carter and Hope will need as much support as possible. What are your thoughts? Would you like to see Brooke with Justin? Sound off below in the comment section. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Sheila Sharp is a smart cookie, and if anyone can sniff out a fake, it's her. Remy Price is a new Il Giardino employee, and no one knows yet that he's nothing but trouble. He's in lay stalking Electra Forrester, and after a Forrester scandal busts out, Sheila could get suspicious of the newbie. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Will Sheila Carter bust Remy Price? Remy was rejected last week when Electra told him not to bother her at work. He took her a pizza, but her boyfriend Will Spencer made sure he felt unwanted. Remy went straight back to his computer and plotted to unleash a second deep-fake photo dump of Electra. This scandal will ensure her connection to the FC jewelry line tanks, and as a result, she gets fired. Poor Electra could question whether or not she should stay in LA after telling Remy that she wasn't interested in going back to live in the town they came from. Remy suggested she would be better off with him in New York, but at that time Electra had stars in her eyes. B and B spoilers, Remy Price ruins Electra Forrester's plans. Might Remy slip up and tell Sheila that he won't be around much longer? She knows that he came to Lay to be with a girl, and she could start asking questions if she figures out that Remy is obsessing over Electra. Or maybe Remy will talk about how he's the one who should be helping Electra now instead of Will. You know what they say, you can't con a con. If Remy starts giving off weird vibes, Sheila's spidey sense will go into overdrive. Sheila's ethical line is definitely blurred, so we wouldn't put it past her to snoop on Remy's laptop out of curiosity. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Will Sheila Carter rat out Remy Price? What would Sheila do if she discovers that Remy is behind Electra's doctored photos? That's an interesting question because Sheila has never been one to take the high road. She could this time to impress John Finnegan by helping out a Forrester. Maybe even Steffi Forrester would have to thank Sheila. B and B spoilers. What happens next on the CBS Sudzer? Then again, Sheila might find a way to blackmail Remy to her advantage. Tell us what you think, B and B fans. Will Sheila be the one to expose Remy, and at what cost? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Remy may have to make some emergency updates to his plot if things start falling apart, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers document that Ridge Forrester is behaving impulsively. Brooke Logan was trying to be understanding but reach her breaking point. She understandably feels that Ridge's comments about Hope are cruel and that blaming her for the Forrester Creations coup is wrong. But Kay's character is convinced that Steffi Forrester Finnegan's initial suspicion is correct. Steffi, Ridge, and Eric Forrester believe that Hope is emotionally manipulating Carter Walton. They've come to see him as a traitor and don't plan to let what he and Hope have done stand. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Hope Logan on top. Hope's revival is very remarkable. Weeks ago, she was fired and lambasted in the hallway in front of interns and models at Forrester Creations. With her newfound love by her side, hope for the future has been revived. She's sure to see a gush of money dedicated to her line and hopes that Zen de Forrester Dominguez becomes her lead designer. To say that Hope has one-upped her longtime rival, Steffi, would be the understatement of the year. But her mother is about to top Hope with a stunning comeback. B and B spoilers. Brooke Logan appointed as CEO. Carter is bent on his form of so-called justice. He firmly believes the Logan family has been kept down in the Forrester family business. That rigid point of view has been supercharged by Eric, Ridge, and Steffi, who recently rejected Carter's intention of developing FC from a pure fashion house to a luxury brand destination. However, Carter chooses to ignore what Eric Forrester and the late Stephanie Forrester co-founded. Eric and Stephanie created and built SC. The Logan family didn't. So Carter has decided to ignore historical reality because he wants to believe the Logan ladies were wronged through the years. That purely subjective interpretation of the past can be proven false through facts. Plus, Carter had to knowingly deceive Ridge and Steffi when having them sign the legally licensed corporation paperwork. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Ridge Forrester fights or walks. Ridge is a fighter, as his 8 marriages to Brooke confirm, but he's also someone who has bailed for varying lengths of time. A difference maker in this scenario is the patiently waiting Taylor Hayes. Her non-judgmental demeanor contrasts Ridge's turmoil when looking at Brooke, seeing her and Hope from a similar angle. The Forresters might be unable to reverse Carter's unethical and still legally questionable takeover quickly. So, with time on his hands and fervor burning in his heart, Ridge could shift focus to all his children. With a hard wink to the beloved steamer, All My Children, where he and Budek were once part of that cast. Reuniting with Taylor is also squarely on the table, as it would hit Brooke, where it hurts the most. This site is a leading source for everything linked to the Bold and the Beautiful. Check back regularly for B and B spoilers and news.